Demetrius Andrade versus Lucas Keeler is officially announced. Also on the card, Tevin Farmer, JoJo Diaz. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Make sure you smash the like button. Also, subscribe to the channel for the latest and greatest in boxing. If you want to become part of the gang, notification gang, please hit the bell icon. Shout out to the super chats, channel donations, the Venmo donations, the Cash App, and the Patreon family. We working. Sign up for ESPN Plus. UFC 245 should be a great one. And you can purchase that UFC pay-per-view and ESPN Plus using my link in the description of all my videos. It does help the channel. DAZN announces one of their fights for 2020. It says Miami Fight Night, brought to you by Matchroom Boxing, Rematch Room. Demetrius Andrade versus Lucas Keeler. WBO belt at stake. Also on the card is Tevin Farmer and Joseph JoJo Diaz. And Daniel Roman versus Akhmad Daliev. It's happening on a Thursday, January 30th. Listen, DAZN, you know, I don't really know what the game plan is for DAZN, but some of these fights, they just seem weird. I feel bad for Demetrius Andrade. He's been calling out the big names. He's a 2-division champion. He has a belt again, and he can't seem to get a big name, you know. He's fighting this Lucas Keeler. This is him. 17-12-1 record. He's been knocked out. 32 years old, under 6 foot tall at middleweight. You know, he's from Ireland. The only fight I've ever seen him in, and I've only watched the highlights, I didn't watch it from start to finish, was the Luis Cuba Arias fight. He dropped him. I think it was like twice, but the second one looked a little weird, like almost like it wasn't a drop. Like almost like he didn't stop him. He got stopped by Tom Duran. Let's see if he's still undefeated. Oh, nope, he's been knocked out. So this guy stopped him. You know, oh, Chris Eubank fought him and stopped him. So it's a guy who got stopped by a guy who got stopped by Chris Eubank. I don't know, man. I don't know. I just feel bad for Andre because, again, he has all the talent in the world, but fights like this, I just really don't see it generating the type of interest that fans are going to, you know, flock to. They staged it in Miami because the Super Bowl's in Miami, so it looks like they're trying to clout chase another sporting event and then just put, you know, this here. But Miami is not a registered fight town like that. It hasn't been for recent boxing, you know, the go-to stomping grounds. And the card doesn't really make sense there. Like, it's really like Eddie Hearn is just playing it by ear, almost like he wants to go on a vacation. So he wants to be in, you know, in Miami for Super Bowl week, so he's aligning this. But this card doesn't make sense. You have Demetrius Andrade, talented fighter from Rhode Island. You have Lucas Keeler, and you have Tevin Farmer from Philly, Joseph JoJo Diaz, I think he's from Texas. And this is the card that you're putting in Miami. You know, Miami has a lot of Cuban, Dominican, Puerto Rican fans and, you know, things like that. So that in the 305 seems to make a bit more sense to me. I think instead of competing with all the Super Bowl parties, the mansion parties, and the club lives and all the things that they're going to do for Super Bowl week and the festivities, I wouldn't want to go up against that with this type of card. I think a better location would be like Boston, since Demetrius Andrade is from that region, Rhode Island, and Boston has a lot of Irish fans, and this guy is from Ireland directly. So that's just my 2 cents. This is DAZN's official page posting it, and these are the comments. We'll look through some of them. Once Canelo, but fights a Uber driver. See, it got 80 likes. Wow. This don't make sense because he wants Canelo, but Canelo don't want him, and Canelo's the A side. So someone says Tupac versus Tom Brady. Oh, wow. Wait, who is Andrade fighting? See, I told you. This is on DAZN's official page. People are going to make fun of Andrade, but you know he wants to fight Triple G. He's down to fight Charlo. He said he's down to fight Canelo. It's just a matter of these fights. His promoter has to be able to get him for him, and the other guys have to want to fight him. Someone said weak ass card. All I know is Andrade and Farmer. This is why boxing is dying. Typical black fighters want the expensive Mexican fights. Don't want to fight. Oh yeah, so racist comment. DAZN wrong for this, man. Give the boy Triple G or Canelo. Why you keep giving Andrade these people who nobody knows? See, this guy looks close enough to Canelo. Oh wow, DAZN thought we wouldn't notice. That's pretty funny. Y'all know exactly who Tevin Farmer is. Stop capping. Andrade is getting an easy fight, cherry picker. See, this is what happens. The fans start blaming Andrade, knowing he's a threat, and these other guys aren't stepping up. Cab driver, no one cares. Shouldn't Diaz versus Farmer be the main event, or am I missing something? Bums who running out of snack money, so they fight another can. Tevin versus Diaz should be the main event. Another tomato can to assure a victory, so he can hope and pray for a Canelo payday. Shaking my head. Oh, now it's DAZN's fault that Andrade is fighting a scrub, but Triple G fights a scrub. He's picking the fighter. So everyone is just going to wait for Canelo. Andrade don't want it. Acts like he's elite, but yet fight. See? When is Andrade going to stop fighting bums? LOL. DAZN with the usual weak fights. Shaking my head. Is that Tom Brady? I want to see Andrade Charlo. Farmer versus Diaz going to be a war. Diaz Farmer should have been the main event. When y'all coming to December? Canelo becoming fat. The who? It's Dax. Who is this guy anyway? I think he a wannabe. Okay, I'm starting to now feel bad for Andrade. Boy talk a lot. I mean, like a lot, but he's not wrong. This man should have fought Triple G by now. See, look. Here's what they think about you. People are saying Tevin Farmer and JoJo Diaz, the co-features, should have been the main event. And DAZN is starting to disappoint. See, I don't... Dax versus Tom Brady. See, they're tripping. Everyone's just making fun of it. He looks like Pac. Trash. This is on DAZN's page. Class card is lit. Bro, this is what they think about. So, anyway, good luck to this card. Trying to distract people from Super Bowl parties and, you know, mansion parties and all the things there are to do in Miami for boxing. Because, again, Miami, that's why I said Eddie Hearn, I don't think he understands the American market. Because boxing in Miami is not like a recent established trend. So there's always stuff to do in Miami in general, especially if it's going to be Super Bowl week. So now you have to convince people to curb the clubs and swerve that to go to this on a Thursday during the week of the Super Bowl. So I think, to me, that becomes harder to sell a card like this. This is not even that big of a card. Farmer versus JoJo Diaz, I agree, that's the better fight of it. And, you know, it's not like it's two undefeated fighters or anything, but they're both good fighters. They've had some back and forth over the years, or last year, I want to say, and now they're fighting. But I just don't feel like the main event is strong enough. I believe that might be his mandatory, but, you know, it doesn't matter. It seems like a weird location and kind of just strewn together. Daniel Roman, Farmer, Diaz, Andrade versus an Irishman, Keeler, who has no, you know, fan base that I know of in America. Kind of weird, dude. Let me know what you guys think. Drop your thoughts in the comment section. Rate the card in the comment section, 0 to 10, 10 being an elite card. If you love what I'm doing, smash the like button. As always, hate, comment, and subscribe. Till next video, is Ego signing off. So if you enjoyed this video and want more content like this on the channel, you can show your appreciation by going to the PayPal donate button or the YouTube support button, and you can donate any amount that you feel is equivalent to the value of this video. Much more to come. Thank you guys for your support. Boxing Ego, the future of boxing.